Hello, I'm Anthony Giarrusso, and I am the author and publisher of Travel with Me, Anthony M. Giarrusso. You can pick up my book at lulu.com, that is lulu.com, in their bookstore. Hopefully, you have already read chapter 2 of my book, where I talk about all the amazing and interesting things that you can still do in my ex-home of Stratham, New Hampshire. When I think of Greenland, New Hampshire, the first thing that comes to mind is that Mercedes-Benz dealership. It almost seems out of place because you hardly ever see anyone driving Mercedes-Benz in that town. However, sometimes you do, and you'll notice. One of my favorite things to do that I remember as a memory is go fishing. And every time my dad would take me to go fishing, we'd always fish in the ocean, or we'd fish in some kind of estuary type salty water environment. And the place we always got our bait and tackle from was from a place called Suds and Soda Sports. We would always have to walk up the stairs. You'd have to walk through like a little shop that kind of reminded me of like a gas station store. You'd walk up those back steps to the top level, and they had, I remember, eels, live eels, in a box-shaped kind of thing, kind of like an open tank. I'm not entirely sure what those are called, but I remember they painted it this weird seafoam green color. They had these big freezers that were more longitudinal than tall, and we would always get our chunked pieces of mackerel or even squid because we'd go fishing using that stuff. Sometimes we'd even use frozen shrimp, but usually we'd use the mackerel or the squid. Great Bay National Estuarian Research Reserve and Discovery Center is a true mouthful to say. Inside their little area, it's mostly for younger ones, but they had horseshoe crabs you could go and pick up in a touch tank. In the back, they even had a play area designed like different types of boats you would see on the estuary. Perfect for kids to climb. They had like all the little moving parts and things, and you could just play in there. When I was really young, I really enjoyed that. You could walk on a short boardwalk that would lead you to a wigwam, which is pretty much an older style Native American type tent, but it's made out of bark and trees, and it has a upside down bowl shape, or almost like a dome. And sometimes these wigwams would be insulated with animal furs and animal hides on the inside of it to just keep it cozy. I'm not sure if they still do this, but when I was younger and I went there, we got to take a couple different tours to that location. And my favorite one was getting to go on the flat bottom boat that they called a gondola. And we would actually take it out onto the estuary and sail around a little bit. It was great. I have seen bald eagles over there because that's right at Great Bay in New Hampshire. I've seen them in all 4 seasons. You can definitely go there and see, or at least attempt to see, a bald eagle. In most parts of the country, bald eagles are usually migratory, but for whatever reason, it appears that there are a number of bald eagles that resident in that area all year round. There was a guy, he was called Clyde Roper. To me, meeting him was like meeting a celebrity, and I got to meet him right there at a special event at the Great Bay National Estuarine Research Reserve and Discovery Center. Make sure to get my book, Travel With Me. Time is running out. I remember on the Discovery Channel I used to watch, and I even video recorded on the VHS, a show from Discovery searching for the giant squid. Clyde Roper is mostly well known for being a biologist and ecologist, scientist, and a few other pronouns. Now, I was one of the kids that actually got picked to come up on this area that they'd call a stage. It really wasn't a stage. It was just an open area. It was just an open area where me and the other kids could hold this model of this squid. And this model of this squid looked really cheesy, but it was a cool model. And the stage area was flat on the ground. It was just kind of like an open area. And all the parents and a lot of the other kids, they were in the seats and they were sitting in, if I remember correctly, foldable chairs. And I was the kid that had to explain jet propulsion to the parents and some of these other people that didn't really understand all this stuff. But it was really fun. And the other kids, they also explained different parts of how the squid moved and all that different stuff. Like the fins, how they moved, and how the tentacles worked, and how different parts of the squid body worked using this squid model that we all had to hold up. All I can say is after that event, I was hooked on aquatic cryptids and sea monsters. And those were some of my amazing memories in Greenland, New Hampshire. I strongly recommend it as a travel destination. Go check it out. If you live nearby, definitely go to it. And don't forget to get my book, Wonders of Anthony Giarrusso, at Travel With Me, Anthony M. Giarrusso. You can also buy my memoir of my paranormal experiences, Wonders of Anthony Giarrusso.